get started. Gotta why you need it. Why you gonna put this out? I'll be breaking up the camera. Why you gonna put this out?
The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The Thunder are looking to grab one for the home fans here in Oklahoma City before heading back out on the road. And, of course, Anthony Davis. And you wonder how they'll do without him. We'll soon find out.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a three-point game. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Edwards. Over Markkanen. Edwards can't hit.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
To the left wing. Pass to Brown. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order, all of it. Guys?
Thanks, David. Just 5 on the clock. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Edwards, that's good.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Markkanen, defended by Gordon. And here's Jokic. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you got to get him away from the basket. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now, here's Hardy. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Here's Hardy. Dallas, no good that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That evens the score. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Good on both. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And they pick up 2.
Boy, tough to contest that shot. Jordan Poole's so quick off that pull-up jumper.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Hardy. Back to Markkanen. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. 3, Marshall. As he pulls it in. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Poole. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Back to Duren. It's blocked. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Shepard. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Oklahoma City now to the middle. Here's Alexander Walker. Jokic grabs the miss. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the score by Dallas. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Poole. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Jokic with it. Over Azubuike. That's tipped. Here's Poole. That shot off. The Mavericks leading. to Sensabaugh. Three-pointer. Cranes the three-pointer. Sensabaugh's got 6.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're hitting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now, here's Jokic.
And how about absorbing the punishment and still completing the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Dallas.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Mavs.
Pass to Jokic. Joe with it. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here.
Substitution on the court.
Under trailing by 8. Left side, Edwards. There's the lob. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Dallas leading by 6 to the wing right side. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And Giannis throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Now here's Hardy. Pass to Marshall. Here's Brown. And he can't stop the run as he misses. For 3, Edwards. Oh, good on that one. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Knocked loose. Caruso with the steal. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson the screen. Over in the corner, Marshall. Pass to Hardy. Here's Brown. From downtown. Dallas, no good that time either. Stolen by Anderson. And here's Hardy. Here's Brown. Dallas, no good that time either. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Giannis. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Dallas. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the foul called on Edwards. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now, here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Good on the three-point shot. Markkanen's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Mavs. Here's McDaniels. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Pass to Jokic. They set the pick. Now Markkanen. Off target from three-point range. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's in and good for his sixth field goal in 10 attempts.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now Jokic. 9 points in the game so far. Five to shoot. Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's good from long range.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28 in Doris. He's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Now, Antetokounmpo following the three-point attempt by Jokic. And here is Poole. He's got 5 for the lead. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by McDaniels. Poole with no one around. Again, the miss by Poole. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jokic inside. Markkanen with it. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. And Jokic is good on the 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Picked off in midair. Here's Brown. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Thunder making a switch here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. It's Joe on the wing. Still scoreless. The kick out to Anderson. Here's Joe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Anderson. Second shot opportunity. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .110 left here in the third quarter. Poole with it. He's got 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Pool's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Pass to Anderson. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. Rebound by Azubuike.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Poole. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Poole's got 9 points.
But Jordan Poole understands angles and English, the ability to twist a ball through the rim if need be.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Joe. Launches it. Rebound by Azubuike. Now, Alexander Walker. And here's Poole for 3. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Mavericks on top, leading by just
35.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here are the Mavericks now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Now, here's Jokic. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's stolen by Shepherd. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And Jokic drops them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And here's Poole for 3. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Back to Jokic. Pass to Brown. 5 on the clock. Back to Jokic. The shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. Oklahoma City trailing. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Sensabaugh. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Sensabaugh. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And here's Edwards. Gordon a screen to the inside. And out of the Kumbo with the jam.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Floats it up for Giannis. Jokic with the steal. Here's Sensabaugh. Buries it from 3-point range. Sensabaugh's got 5 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up makes.
What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
1:39 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Shepard. Here's Brown. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Now Shepard. Here's Sensabaugh. Now here's Jokic. Defended by Gordon. Markkanen from outside. Thunder with the rebound.
He's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Out to Edwards. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Edwards, no good. .40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jokic high post. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
For 3, Edwards. That shot no good. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Second team foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Braun taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Outside, Edwards. Fires from way outside. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. No good on the shot.